Good evening, and welcome to Zalendo Uncensored. Today we have a very interesting show. I hope you guys out there will be able to participate in this in today's program. A lot is happening in Kenya, especially around Gachaguas impeachment, and we have got a lot of analysis coming from Senate and many other platforms that we've gathered information to try and dive into this particular issue. So without further ado, welcome to Zalendo Uncensored. Now, I don't know whether my audio is clear. Let me just test something here. One, quick, because I think that there's a problem with my audio. I can't really get my audio right. Hello. Yes. Hello. I hope you guys can hear me on the other end. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me clearly on your end. I can't get the feedback from the sound from this other end. Give me a thumbs up if you're watching from Africa 24. Just give me a thumbs up, and because I can see someone who's watching there, give me a thumbs up that you can hear me loud and clear. Now, guys, it has been a long, like 2 weeks of bickering in Kenyan politics, and I am here to see what is really going on in our politics. I had some analysis that I wanted us to share. If you agree with me in some of this particular issue. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's edition of Zalendo Uncensored. I'll be your host, kama kawaida Mzalendo. We are going to dive into the controversial and complex issues affecting the current administration, the war between the Deputy President and the presidency, and many other administrators in government. At the heart of today's conversations are allegations surrounding shoddy deals with foreign contractors, Adani, Abiero. You've heard about all those deals, which have raised eyebrows over the transparency and questionable benefit to the public. Billions of shillings are on the line, yet little to no information is being shared with the Kenyan public. So who is benefiting from these OPEC contracts? What is the role of the Deputy President playing in this game? And how does the impact of his absence in these deals affect the country? Is there accountability in the Adani deal and so many other deals? And now there is also the healthcare deal. While we are transitioning from NHIF to SHA, there's also some big money there we are talking about. Tonight, we'll break it down the political dynamics, the economic implications, and the possible beneficiaries behind the deals. We analyze how these contracts may be shaping power in government. Stay with us as we unpack this particular issue. Now, as you all know, this issue of Adani or the issue of government contracts has really sparked a lot of controversy, and we've heard from many quarters. Guys, I don't think my audio is clear. Let me just end this stream for a short while because I need you guys to tell me whether this audio is clear on your end. Whether you can hear me loud and clear. Please get back and tell me whether you can hear me loud and clear. Let me just take a short commercial break and then come back to analyze this particular issue. Guys, karibu sana, karibu Afrique. If you've not subscribed to Afrique 24, make sure that you who is in on YouTube or watching us on X, make sure that you've subscribed to this particular channel. This edition is Nile Moto Kapisa. We want to give you the in-depth and what other leaders are thinking about on this Adani contract. Now, this issue has sparked a lot of emotions. The Kikuyu community has come together defending their son, but I somehow blame Gachagua on almost everything because he started identifying himself with the tribe so much, forgetting that he's the vice president or the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya in the absence of William Ruto. Like now, William Ruto is out of the country. Who is in charge of the Republic of Kenya? Can somebody answer me that question? William Ruto is in the US. Now, who is in charge of the Republic of Kenya? If it is Gachagua, then again, we are being played, we are being taken around in this ping pong game where the main issue here are the contracts that are being floated up and down. Just this week, the senior economist in Kenya, that is Professor Ndindi, unveiled the new universal healthcare that will be rolled out by administration, police, regional commanders, and people in government. They will roll out this expansion to the counties. Now we are kicking out NHIF. We are bringing in SHA, that is social health, the new social health authority. Now this is something that I believe is good because I've seen some of the recommendations that you can go into emergency without even paying a single coin, so long as you are sick. The government will take care of that. But it's subject to be scrutinized, subject of abuse, remembering where we come from as a country. In nchi moja watu si wazalendo sana. Watu wanapenda mambo ya kuporapora mali ya wananchi na vitu kama hizo. It has got also a provision where you can be where you can get free medical transport, ambulances unazapatiwa bure. You know, initially lazima ulikuwa unalipa NHIF, unalipa ambulance kukuja kuchukua. Chronic diseases and all that is now taken care of. The copay ni pesa kidogo sana. Now, guys, join me in this conversation, because these are some of the areas where we have got a lot of deals going on, a lot of government deals going on in this area. Listen to one Onyonka when he was being interviewed on...
A wonderful question, and my answer is very simple. They have absolutely no moral authority. Even when, I mean, the most beautiful thing, Ayub, go to the clips. I was sitting here with you. I think I was sitting here when I said, how can Gachagua stand up in public and announce that, you see what? Yes, we have this outfit. Yes, what is it called? It's called this company we have now, where we have 2 shareholders. And you see this one now, the president is going to take his shares, and I'm taking my shares, and I'm going to move on and do my thing. And Ayub, Gachagua is a consequence of this damn system of ours which is broken. That when you take power, when you get elected, what do you fight for? You fight to entrench yourself. You make sure that the argument and the narrative you give is that you come out and start telling your people that, you see what, yes, I was getting this power to do what? To make sure that I build you, that I will give you jobs as my community, that I'll make sure that we only get PSS who are from our community. In fact, these elections, and that's why you hear Gachagua is constantly raising and talking about to President William Ruto, you did not win these elections. We are the ones who made you win. To me, that is the broken system we are calling Kenya political matrix. All right? And most wonderful, Ayub, I'm a Catholic in religion, and in Catholicism, we believe in the emancipation of the spirit. I'm so happy that Gachagua's spirit has been emancipated. He's finally realizing that now the only thing he can do is run to his community and say, whoa, hey, you see they are killing me. I'm your son. I was telling you I was going to bring you the food and the bread. You see they have taken the bread away from my hands and my mouth. I have nothing to offer you now. So please, I'm your son, take care of me. If this system was functional, if we were good leaders, if we were organizing and making sure that this is a system that should be fair, equitable, and reasonable to everybody, where Kenyans are given opportunities to share the national cake, where employment opportunities are publicly put out there and we actually accept meritocracy, where we govern without corruption and these arrangements whereby people are busy sharing the loot. The problem you have, I can tell you the truth, and if Gachagua spoke to me and William did, I would tell them what they're fighting about is about sharing of the loot. How government contracts, how government tenders, how the Adani group is sharing on their own, and the Gachagua is not involved. So he's saying, I don't know what these people are doing. I don't understand which deal they are doing. It's the loot. You go to all the budgetary appropriations which are there. You see in every government department, Ayub, I can come with that document. Here they put 2 billion, here they put 3, here they put 4, here they put 9. At the end of it is 90 billion shillings or 100 that is being shared.
You guys, you heard it from Onyonka. Onyonka has really been on the case of our leaders, and I think he's doing a good job. Congratulations to the senator. The senator is doing a remarkable job of putting the government into to accountability in some of the deals. I think he's one of the good senators out there representing the Kenyan public in the absence of the minority in government. So, Onyonka, congratulations wherever you are. People in Kenya are really following you, and they love what you're doing.
Mr. Speaker, yesterday, the county governor of Nairobi called the leadership, members of parliament and the Senate from Nairobi for a meeting. And people were extremely upset to see me in the same room with the governor. It is as if people expect that every time I see my governor, I should go on his neck or punch him in the face. When we do oversight, that is not the expectation. At a time of disaster response, it is very possible for Sifuna to be reasonable and sit across the table to undertake a very detailed conversation on the emergency disaster response that is going to towards assuaging the situation of the people of Nairobi. But I've seen
Now that is Sifuna on a different topic about impeachment of the Nairobi governor, and I think you ilipoteleza na wakati. Now earlier this week, Gachagua was really pressed in an interview with one is called, I've forgotten his name, Citizen. Now, that interview was very informative. It could tell you where this country is. Now, are we being taken for a ride once more by the executive on the issue of Gashagua's impeachment? Now, or is it that Gachagua is fighting to get the contract, his share of the contract? Is that what is being really fought in government? Is that what the impeachment is all about? I need you guys to find out, leave a comment on this particular uh, broadcast, and we will make sure that we unearth what is really ailing our country. Because we in Kenya, we are very, very political. We've just ended the war. We just finished the war between Uhuru and Ruto just the other day, with Ruto becoming the president. Now Ruto has begun another war with his deputy. Now, what is wrong with this deputy president position? Is it a curse? Is it wrong to be a deputy president or even a deputy governor in Kenya? Is there something that they are hindering the president from doing? Yeah, and the role of the deputy president is very, very clear in the constitution. He's assigned duties by the president of the Republic of Kenya, but apparently it is like Mudavadi has taken over the roles of Gachagua. So Gachagua hana kazi, hiyo ndio shida ingine kubwa sana. So rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, ujue deputy wako hakuna kazi kupatia yeye, kazi yake ni kurandaranda kwa vijiji huko Central na kupiga siasa yake ya Mount Kenya ya makawa yao na nini na nini. Amesahau jukumu yake kama naibu wa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Amekuwa ni kama uh, ni kama ni kama analalamika zaidi juu ya mambo mingi. I can see Alex Ogega. Alex, just tired so that you can come in. We analyze some of this situation. Umekwama hapo, maybe your network is not working properly. Log out and log in back so that I can see you have a network issue. Now, this story of Gachagua imeshika moto sana 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 sana. I can every other page, every other WhatsApp group, everybody is talking about the impeachment of Gachagua. I understand right now there are 200 plus MPs who are ready to impeach Gachagua. But I always ask myself one particular question: that, I mean, is it really was it important to impeach this fellow? Was it really that necessary to try and impeach this fellow, or you are now emboldening him to be far to go against William Ruto until 2024? Now, guys, I need you. Oh, awesome!
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Long time not see you. This will be a great show. Let's okay. Yeah, indeed. Indeed, this will be a great show. You've been away for some time. Let's not believe any political. Let's also I'm saying let's not believe any politician. All past interest, including those who capitalize on government. Bitterly embody worked one time critic, but now he is in cabinet. No, also I agree with you. The story of Mbadi is like those stories you read of Simon Makonde. Now, Mbadi came into government thinking that he is going to be the Messiah to save Ruto. We were told that he's the Messiah, but I told guys that if they wanted to go for somebody who is a Luo, then they would have gone for Martin Odiworo Tieno, who's been a banker, who has transformed many banks and has got a lot of experience. If Ruto indeed wanted somebody to sort out sort out treasury and the issues of finances, they would have gone for somebody who has got a lot of experience, not a politician, somebody who has been in politics. All that he does is politics. Hakuna saa zile is back to his normal profession like accounting. He's just a politician 24/7. That is somebody who is not going to solve the situation in Kenya, and you've already seen that happening. That they can't really solve the kind of mess that is in the country. But back to our topic of today and the situation of Rigiji. Sometimes I sympathize with Rigiji, but sometimes I think that he was too loud. He was just too loud, and he asked for it. He asked for it, and William Ruto and his brigade are really going to go after his neck in parliament. Or if Rigiji survives impeachment or this thing just dies away, uh, then uh, then I'll believe that indeed there are some games that is being played by the executive. If this thing dies, there's some games being played by the executive. If Rigiji wins, there is also games being played by the executive. He comes out as a very popular leader. If he wins in parliament, then that will mean that William Ruto will now uh, be out there looking for Rigiji so that they can reconcile. You'll see this bunch of Kikuyu elders going uh, to meet Nandi elders in Rift Valley. So that is going to happen very soon. So guys, in is still a drama that we are used to, and Gachagua too is a politician, but his appetite for money is so much but lose stock. Yeah. Also, I'm saying that Gachagua appetite for money. I mean, everybody loves money. Kila mtu anapenda pesa. Hakuna mtu apendi pesa hapo nje. Rigiji anapenda pesa. Kama wewe Osam vile unapenda pesa. Hmm? Everybody loves money. Rigiji is supporting tribal politics, and he thinks it's only about the mountain. Yes, Alex is saying that Rigiji is talking about tribal politics most of the time. I think we are all tribal. Most of these politicians from the older generation are tribal. There's none of them who is not tribal. They first look for the tribal base is when they can come and negotiate in with other communities. Ruto had to kick Moi out of the equation, and his sons and everybody else in Moi's lineage so that he can become the kingpin in Rift Valley. So with Rift Valley, he could negotiate easily with the central province. Now, remember, the political metrics in Kenya is so interesting. Central Kenya has got the highest number of votes, followed now by the Luya community, then the Kalenjin community, then the Luo community, then we have the Kamba community, then others, wale wengine sasa others wanakuja huko nyuma. So that is how the big four, these are the big four tribes. Now, for any politician to rule out that central Kenya is not important in his political calculation is joking. That's a very, very big joke. That is why Raila Odinga was so desperate to get Mount Kenya votes in the last general election, and he didn't quite manage to get the number of votes that was needed. But he got a sizable amount, although his selection for running mate was pathetic. So had he gone to Moranga to look for a running mate, then Raila Odinga would be the president of the Republic of Kenya. Guys, I put the link out there. That link you can join. Me on here on Africa so that we discuss this particular issue. We have got 1 hour of discussion of this particular show. I don't want very, very long shows that we'll be diving into other unnecessary. I don't know, Alex, what's wrong with your gadget today? The internet on your end must be very, very weak. Yeah, it's really taking time for you to join this particular show. So guys, I've got a lot that I've lined up for you today. But first, in the context of shoddy government contracts involving foreigners, Ruto's administration, and you've seen this in the courts, the issue of Adani. There's one now called Abiero, hiyo ni kama kijana ya Kijaluo, Abiero, that is integrating the healthcare system in Kenya, and the contract is 104 billion. That one was we saw it the other day, Kibagendi talking about it. If I get the video, if you missed it, just in case you missed it, I'll be able to play it for you here. The 104 billion contract by government. That is also something that is out there, and Kibagendi blew the whistle the other day that there is something really, 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 really wrong, and everybody else is reading from the same script. Morara was in Lin Ngugi show just the other night, and he echoed the same statement that this shows that we are being taken through is none other than things to do with. Let's listen to a bit of.
I will actually take William Ruto to prison without regret. I'm so worried about Kithure ya Gachagua na Kindiki. One, because I know they are not fighting for the people. Hii kupigana wanapigana, it has nothing to do with the people of Mount Kenya na wananchi. It's taking away attention. Tumeanza kusahau Adani yako kwa airport yetu. Tumeanza kusahau Adani through a company called Pietro ako sasa kwa Chief ina replace NHIF. Tumeanza kusahau Adani yako kwa Ketraco ya stima. Me, the way I'm looking at this thing, it has William Ruto's fingerprints on it. Accidents happen. But this particular accident, I'm asking myself why the driver of the vehicle ran away.
Well, that was one Morara, and you see, Morara is also echoing the sentiments of most Kenyans out there that this is just a smoke screen. The real issue is on the contracts and the money that is supposed to be shared. When you hear also MPs making a lot of noise, ukisikia hizi kelele inapigwa mingi sana, ujue hawajalambishwa kitu, hawajapatiwa kakitu hapo. Wangekuwa wamepatiwa kitu, then ungekuwa unasikia watu wamenyamaza kabisa. So if if Onyonka stops making a lot of noise, then we'll know what has really happened. But if it's one man standing, then we know that he will be standing for the truth. Morara also has also given us an hint of what could be happening, and he's saying that William Ruto's hand is in this thing. Now, tomorrow when William Ruto gets back to, maybe this week when he gets back to the country, one thing that we'll be saying is that hii mambo ya impeachment ya Gachagua nasikia hiyo ni nani ameleta hiyo kitu, kutilia mbali, and everything else will go under. The issue of Adani itakuwa imeisha. The issue of the new rollout, what Morara has said, the social health authority. We are moving from NHIF to the social health authority. That is big money, big contracts. There we are talking about. One is almost 1.4 billion. Lazima billion. I really don't understand why Kenyans are giving Morara too much attention. He's a noisemaker just like any other politician. Oh no, awesome. The reason why people are giving Morara attention is because there is a vacuum. There's a vacuum that used to be occupied by one Raila Odinga, and that is vacant. So anybody can occupy that space. Anybody who wants to criticize the government know that there's no government critic right now. So if you want relevance in politics, and in politics you have to be relevant, even if you are even if you are irrelevant for a wrong reason, then that is good enough for you to get the attention of the people. So Morara has gotten the attention. You can't ignore the kind of attention that he has got. In fact, to an extent where Kenyans bought for him a car. So that is good attention. That is good attention for a leader. Not very many people can get that kind of attention in Kenyan politics, where you have to use your money to please everybody else. Now, in Morara's case, you saw people donating for him money, 20 bob, 50 bob, 100 bob. Morara will be a very big factor in 2027 election. Whether he's going to run for presidency or not is a big factor in Kenyan politics in the future. There is a sizable amount of people who believe in Morara, other than the likes of William Ruto, Raila Odinga, and Kalonzo. People still want fresh ideas, a fresh breath from the usual kind of politics that we are used to see for the last decade. So we have been missing this kind of politics that is brought in by Morara. People who are able to face the government head on, and they don't really care much about it. Mzalendo, why can't we put Senator Onyonka and Omutata as the president and the deputy? Oh, that's a good question. A good question from Alex there. That why can't we put Senator Onyonka and Omutata as president and deputy? Now, sometimes the presidency doesn't need activism. That is also something that you need to know. You don't need to be uh, an activist to become the president of the Republic of Kenya. This position, I've seen how Ruto and many who have ascended to the presidency. Sometimes it is humility, how you carry yourself and how you interact with other communities. Now, Kenya is not in, it's not at a point where policy is selling, where you can come and sell your policy to the people and they will vote for you. There are yet a good ignorant community out there that don't really know why they line up and cast their votes. Some they do it out of emotion, others they do it out of sympathy, others they do it out of corruption, the money that they have been given, so that they elect leaders. So Omutata can come out as Mr. Clean and all that, but at the end of the day, he will not be the president. I've seen good leaders. I mean, maybe if you watched what happened to PLO Lumumba when he was running for Makadara seat, this is somebody who has gone out there. He's very, very articulate. An accomplished senior counsel, but he could barely get votes in Makadara to become an MP. So that tells you a lot of the Kenyan community, why we vote. We vote for very interesting reasons. Ask anybody in the village, they will tell you the reason why they are voting for the incompetent leader that has been there for more than 10 years. You'll be shocked with some of these things. That is why civic education, and here in Africa, we are out here to inform you on the kind of leadership that we want, the kind of people that we want to see on that ballot at the end of the day. We don't want just anybody to be your representative. These people make very important decisions on behalf of me and you. So we need to be part and parcel uh, of the process. And being part and parcel of the process is what I'm doing right now, informing you of the leadership that we have at the moment and why it is not electable in 2027 and moving forward. Because we need to pass on information accurately and tell the Kenyan people that yes, there's a red flag in the Kenyan airport deal. There is a red flag in the NHIF. So even the court has pronounced itself on this matter. So we are in Africa, Zalendo Uncensored. We will keep on informing you about what is happening. So sometimes we need you to come on stage also and participate in the process. So karibu sana. I am posting the link once more so that for those who are watching and they have not subscribed to our pic, just click on the link and you'll be able to join this particular edition. So we have got a lot to discuss this evening. I know you've got a burning issue. If you can't get on the stage right now, maybe leave a comment out there. I'll be able to share it the way Awesome Maliki and the rest are doing on the comment section. We can also have a discussion with you who is in the comment section to try and find out what is happening. Now, my question to you guys in the comment section, Awesome, do you think that Rigiji is going to be impeached? I need answers in that particular question. Do you guys think Rigiji is going to be impeached? Leave your comment. If you are watching on X, leave your comment there. If you are watching on our Facebook page, also please share your thoughts on this particular issue. As you can see, people have come out strongly in support of Rigathi, especially those in the mountains where he comes from. They're saying that this is our son, typical of Kenyans. Anytime there is a problem, anytime there is a problem, they come out very, very strongly. Penny, long time, my brother. Come up, you try and give me the wisdom up here. We have missed you a lot. Mzuri sana Penny Nyagaka. Unafaa upande hapa juu niambie hii maneno ya Gachagua inaenda wapi, and how do you see the politics? I know you've gathered a lot of information right now. Penny, you can come on stage so that you share with the rest of Kenyans what your thought is about the impeachment motion that is pending in Parliament. Senate has also given a notice that they are going to discuss the conduct of Rigathi. So Rigathi all of a sudden has become the subject matter in Kenyan politics. We have forgotten about Adani. We have forgotten about the move from NHIF to SHA. So under the 1.4 billion, we have also forgotten something very bad happened in Mombasa, where the governor sent some youth and sent some youth and they really did some bad things to a blogger. We condemn that action, and the governor is still out there. He's not been arrested. He's not been questioned by anybody. That story has been in the media for my good friend Honorable Mohamed Ali, who narrated how he watched the clip of this young man doing horrible things to this blogger, and nobody has been arrested. So this country, mi nakwambia, utauawa, watapotea na wewe, and nobody will care. I don't know when this extra judicial killings and abductions will stop. A blogger has been tortured, video recorded, the video is out there. The governor is talking on the phone, yet he's out conducting his business as usual, like hakuna kitu inafanyika. At the investigations are still going on. Mi nakwambia hii nchi, the day things will get worse, there will be no turning back. You better be very, very careful. If you have been given authority of leadership, position your government, you act as a leader. Act as a leader. Don't subject people to such torturous conditions that if they differ with you and you write a blog against the governor, his people are going to come for you and even kill you. So this thing that happened to that blogger in Mombasa is very, very sad. It should not happen to anybody. And I condemn it. Here in Africa, we condemn such action. That is freedom of speech. If you don't like what I'm saying, then just go to the courts and address me through the legal process. Don't come and with the goons trying to threaten me to an extent of even, doing bad things that I cannot mention on air. Now we are back to our main issue, and the issue is this man called Rigathi. Now, government officials, high ranking, including those within ministry, may personally benefit from awarding themselves these contracts. In a corrupt country like Kenya, there's a lot of kickbacks. A lot of kickbacks. Ukiona contract kama hii, there's a lot of kickbacks in the Ministry of Finance. huge parks, a lot of money that is coming in, na Rigiji na watu wake wale wako huko wajaona hata ndururu ya hii pesa. That is, na hii government alisema ni government ya shareholding, so that is another problem. Hii government ni government ya shareholders. Now political allies are questioning Rigiji, mbona sisi hatuna hii? And Rigiji comes from this community called the Kikuyu, who are very vibrant in business. So some of these deals hawajaona, lakini inaenda to another to some other community. Now kuna hata ma middlemen na broker wale walikuwa involved kwa hii biashara. So if none of them were coming from Rigiji's community, then there is a big problem of accountability there. Now, but Kenyans ought to have information about what is happening in government. If there is this big contract, publish it, advertise it, let people bid. We have got local companies that can bid for these contracts. Let them bid. Let them bid. Let us see what is it. Let us see if they qualify. If they don't qualify, then you can move on and give it to somebody else. Yeah. So the another angle of this particular story is the relationship between President William Ruto and his deputy. Ever since the last election, I think they've been having a good relationship. Good relationship towards the beginning of the first year. Their alliance during the campaign period was very solid, driven by shared goal. They had suffered the same predicament, by the previous administration. Uhuru Kenyatta really tortured this guy with his mutual friend Raila Odinga. Now Raila Odinga is now the mutual friend of William Ruto. Now Gachagua is the one who is now being tortured. So anywhere Raila is going, there is always somebody who lazima talia. Ruto's victory and and anywhere baba ataingia, kuna mtu atakanyagwa hapo na atalia. No wonder Rigiji alikuwa amesema ameweka mtego kila mahali, lakini baba ni nani? Aliingia hizo mtego zako bwana, zimeenda zikakushika wewe mwenyewe. Wewe mwenyewe imeenda ikashika wewe mwenyewe. Now, the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has positioned himself as a defender of Mount Kenya, kama mjuavyo. Yeye kila mara akienda mahali watu wa Mlima to affirm himself kama yeye ndio the kingpin wa that particular region. But the other day he reiterated his statement and said, Uhuru Kenyatta is indeed the kingpin. So Uhuru and Rigathi are now working together. There is no way that William Ruto will get some good number of votes the way he got like last time, if elections were held today. Even I doubt in his own backyard in Rift Valley, if elections were held today, William Ruto will get the same amount of votes that he got last time. No. Rift Valley people are very interesting. These are a community that looks at policies. Na wakichoka na wewe, I think wanakutema. The way walitema Moi wakachukua sasa Bwana Ruto. Then I've also seen the way they complain in public. It's unlike other communities. The community where I come from, you cannot complain about Baba in public. That is something that you will be condemned by your kila mtu, hata kama ni mnyama atakuongelesha. Ukikondemn Baba in public huko mahali mimi natoka. So in Rift Valley, they've come of age, they can condemn their leaders, they can reprimand them if they are not doing well. Now, is there a competition between Gachagua and William Ruto? There's no competition. There is no competition. The Asla narrative sold so well among the poor in Kenya and the middle class. They knew that they will get all the money from the rich people, and all of a sudden they will be rich or they will be getting the government job, and all of a sudden there are no jobs. So the Asla narrative can no longer sell in our country, Kenya. And moving forward, they have to come up with a very solid narrative to sell. I saw when I began this show, I told you David is already rolling out the universal healthcare through the administrators in the counties. So if you come across the chiefs telling you about the social health authority, that is the new rollout. It's a good thing, although this serikali mambo mingi inafanya vizuri, lakini tena kunakuwa na ufisadi ndani. So hata hiyo kitu mzuri sasa tena inakuwa kitu mbaya. I have covered that the health benefits. I think I did it yesterday comprehensively. It was a 21 page uh, a 21 page comprehensive analysis of the benefits that you'll get from the social health authority that you couldn't get from NHIF. It's quite a good thing if it is going to cover chronic diseases. Now, Gachagua and the president have publicly disagreed. Gachagua, the other time, held a press conference. He's also doing the same thing that William Ruto is doing. If William Ruto is calling a reporter, the deputy there is also calling a reporter. That is absolutely wrong. That is absolutely wrong. Ni kama wacha nikupatie good example. Coach wa mpira, mna coach team moja, then all of a sudden coach assistant coach wako anaenda kupatia team a different instruction katikati ya game, ama mumeshindwa game, then unasema we did prepare well for this game and blah 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 blah, but next time we'll try our best. Then Gachagua, who is your assistant coach, anakuja anasema, I told you this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This team had to lose, and it is losing because of MBCD. So a lack of teamwork. There's no teamwork in between the president and the deputy. Therefore, these people cannot work together. It's no longer attainable for them to work. For the next 2 years, we will be entertained with this kind of shenanigans. The back and forth hazitaisha mpaka wamalize tamu yao. Penny was here too. Penny inakaa leo ameshikana sana. I was hoping that you would come here, we share some thoughts. But all the same, this is Mzalendo Uncensored. Make sure that you subscribe to this particular channel. And from Friday to Saturday, we'll be having very, very big shows. We want to tone down on each and every day having political discussion. It becomes so monotonous and it is tiring. It is even exhausting for you guys in the comment section and the people back at home. Some of these shows will trim them down to be at least 1 hour or 40 minutes so that it becomes entertaining and more engaging when we have panelists for 1 hour or 40 minutes. But having shows for 3 hours 4 hours is not very, very engaging. We end up not having substance at the end of the day. And we want at after our show, we want you to come back, watch the particular show on the interesting parts that we discussed, and you'll at least learn something. We'll learn one or two things that is different moving forward. So, for me, in conclusion, while the relationship between President William Ruto and his deputy Gachagua remain it's intact. It's intact. The differences are just political priorities, but Gachagua seems to be championing the priorities of Mount Kenya region and forgetting that he's the president, he's the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. I think that is what can annoy Ruto more. We also saw something on the social platform that Rigathi was the one involved in the Gen Z movement. I don't know whether that is true. Sidhani kabisa. If Rigathi was involved in Gen Z movement, then this guy is very, very powerful. He could conduct demonstration throughout the country. Throughout the country kulikuwa na demonstration. So Rigathi kama yeye ndiye alikuwa in charge of hizo demonstration to topple Ruto's government as claimed by on Oscar Sudi's page, which I think is very, very wrong. Then is somebody who is powerful, and there was nothing unconstitutional in that. People demonstrating and agitating for their rights, there is nothing wrong with that, Mr. Sudi. So Rigathi has a date in Parliament. Let us wait and see what will happen to Rigathi in Parliament in the next few days. He indeed be impeached. That is what we wait to see. But for me, I can put my bet. Rigathi is going nowhere. There's no impeachment motion. They will not meet the threshold, and it is by design. It is just to keep you engaged and to forget about the substance matter. The matter here is the new rollout, the SHA, the Social Health Authority. They are done a deal. The Obiero deal that is involved in the health sector. So those are the three major things that are happening. And of course, the economy of the country. Where are we economically? Are we doing so well since the new kid on the block, Mr. Mbadi, joined Treasury? Or we are worse off? Ruto is in the US right now. I know you'll come up with a lot of money. Pockets will be loaded with IMF loans when he gets back. Of course, is his brother, one Raila Odinga, in America. So, Jamani, make sure that you have subscribed to our Free 24. Make sure you leave a comment if you like this particular edition of Mzalendo Uncensored. We hope that next time our panelists will come in good time so that we have a more interesting discussion. Otherwise, thank you guys in the comment section. You've been wonderful this evening. And as I said, these shows I want to limit them to 1 hour so that we have constructive engagements and not shows that are staying for hours on the screen without any substance. Asanteni. Hey, Penny.
Habari yako ndugu?
Karibu sana Penny Nyagaka. Penny Nyagaka, habari ya masiku?
Kwa sawa sana.
Nimekuhata sana ndugu yangu bwana. Nimekuwa busy kidogo na hii mambo ya uchaguzi ya Marekani tunakimbia hapa na pale.
Ya na hao ndugu yako wananipiga sana, kina Kenya Revolutionary, kina Kip. Unasema wewe ndio unaweka mzalendo kwa mfuko akuchi hapa. Namwambia bana, mzalendo tuna biashara na yeye lakini sijampata.
Bana, sasa tunaanza kurudi.
Na wananiambia mwambia mzalendo aende show, tunasikia mzuri sana. Nawaambia hapo ni kweli.
I know. Show tumekuwa tukikosa kwa sababu presenter ule wa kuanza show, na pia mimi nimekuwa nimeshikana kidogo, but show tutakuwa nazo, hata kama tutakuwa nao for 1 hour. I think we need to have shows that are just for 1 hour, other than having long shows for 2 hours, 3 hours, maximum at least 2 hours. So that our viewers also can be engaged within that 1 hour. So that is my plan moving forward. Kuwe na show fupi, mzuri na tamu, ile tunakuwa na and more engaging. Inawachwa na utamu, lakini show hii inaenda for 8 hours, 6 hours. It lacks substance. If I analyze, it lacks a lot of substance at the end of the day. We learn a lot, but we don't remember anything in the show.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
now, set the time about iko regular time, alafu.
Yeah,
I agree with you. You were 2-3 hours. That's it.
Yeah. Just 2-3 hours, 1-2 hours is good enough for us to have some good discussions, and then we go. If there is something that we have not covered, we cover it the next day. But like today, I am covering Gachagua and the issue of Gachagua, and it is Gachagua alone. We don't want to dive into any other issue. We want to look into Gachagua and the reason why he's being fought left, right, and center, and the reason why most people also feel that Gachagua should go. What is your take on this particular issue, Bwana Penny?
Gachagua is a deputy president before his time. Hata wakati alikuwa anachaguliwa, wengi walikuwa wamemkataa kabisa kutoka kwa mountain. Lakini sisi kwa ground, wale tulikuwa tuko kwa hiyo party tulikuwa nayo ya UDA, tulimpenda Gachagua sana kwa sababu he was the only person who was saying it like it is. Lakini kama huyu sasa, it really redundant because Ruto is now really saying everything that's a lie. And when he was choosing Gachagua, he was lying. And hatukujua, tulifikiri he was right. And he was true to the course of bottom-up economics na vitu kama hivyo. Sasa kuja kujua, hata hii speech amepaana hapa United Nations, unaiangalia ni very beautiful, but unajua ni kudanganya peke yake. So to go back to Gachagua ni wale ambao wakumpenda na wampendi hata kwa saa hii. So for him
so huyu Gachagua, okay, watu wampendi kwa nini? Hiyo ndio kitu tunashindwa. It just seems to be the only one wrong thing that is doing according to me is focused on where he comes from, which is central Kenya. Is that a wrong thing to do?
No, hawampendi. The question you asked earlier is the right question. Hawampendi kwa sababu he calls it like it is and he's very cocky and he says it up front. Na wale ambao hawampendi wengi ni wa mountain ambao ana represent, na wao wanasema anakuwa mkabila, amekuwa nini. Those are side shows. Gachagua is Gachagua, na vile alikuwa amesema when they voted for Kindiki, between Kindiki and Gachagua, most of them voted for Kindiki because Kindiki is cool, quiet, na sumbuzi mengi. Na huyu Gachagua is upfront and anakuambia vile anataka. It's two different characters. Mtakuwa hata brothers and sisters or brother and brother, and one is different than the other. So Gachagua has been what he was from day one. Na wale hawakumpenda kutoka the mountain are the same people that are fighting him. Now that Ruto has stand against him and he has brought in, it's a long story. He has brought in Raila because of the Andani criminality. Now Raila may keep quiet. Na hapo ndio
no, najua I was looking at in 2021, 2020 when Raila came and started working with Uhuru. It was the same thing, same problem. Then Ruto started having problems with Uhuru. Immediately Raila came in, Ruto started having Uhuru started having problems with the deputy.
And the reason why Uhuru brought the reason why Uhuru brought in Raila Odinga was because of the money that they have, the Pandora box money up Panama. Now he promised, he was in New York, and he promised that when he goes to Kenya, he will say where that money came from and what not. But what did he do when he went to Kenya? He shook hands with Raila, and Raila kept quiet. So this is the same disease, same problem. That this time ameleta ule the enemy walikuwa hao watu wawili Gachagua na Ruto walikuwa nasema huyu hawezi kuja kwa serikali yetu. And what did Ruto do? Because of his criminality and their Dani and all this other crap, ameleta huyu Raila Dani na huyu Rigathi is differing with him because of that. The same thing. There is no democracy, Musarendo, ambayo you bring the opposition and marry to the government of the day and make a democracy. You make a dictatorship. So hiyo ndio wanapigana na hiyo ndio wanapigia Gachagua tu. Gachagua is trying to fight for Kenya to be a democracy. Na hao wengine ni wezi, they are thieves.
Sasa,
yeah.
What has really impressed me and the Kisii community, huku bwana mumeweka hii serikali on its toes. Kibagendi ametokelea pale, Onyonka yuko na yeye hapa, Morara, all these people are Kisii.
The one who really really has made me proud and has surprised me is Onyonka, because after his son, he was so quiet and he was championing with Tengura's party, championing to Raila's party. I will call him Mandaza. Lakini sasa is focusing on what these people are doing through Amenya and all other people. So yes, the Kisii community has always been there, very factual. Unaona your child you grew up to see. He told boy like it was. He never shied away from the facts. So hata grandfather ya huyu kijana George Morara alikuwa very 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 strong MP na alikuwa anaambia Kenyatta what he was thinking, na wakamuua in a very bad gruesome death. Lakini huyu kijana ameguza the hearts of every Kenyan from Mombasa to Kisumu, from Mbarara to Masais, everywhere. And we hope that he continues like that, and we hope that he can survive to 2027 about the honor. If he will take the government or he takes the opposition. It's cool. Tunakubaliana na yeye sana. Anasema kama hawezi kushinda atakuwa opposition ama aanze biashara nyingine. That's it.
Anataka kusimama rais.
Oh yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh.
He want to, yes.
Now, there's this other one who has really impressed me.
Before even they registered in this country as business entities. And if I may inform you, Safaricom, who are the lead in this consortium, have the least shareholding at 17%. And the PS has not been able, instead they went on, just like what we saw with the Kenya Airports Authority, to do what is called single sourcing to companies that have never provided a social health authority system anywhere in the world. The social health authority is about to aid some foreign companies to swindle Kenyans an amount totaling 104 billion Kenya shillings. It is not clear who owns the procured system, how the consortium will recover its monies under the strategic partnership with the Ministry of Health.
The loot people are sharing, promotions of police officers, promotions of authority. Even when, I mean, the most beautiful thing, Ayub, go to the clips. I was sitting here with you. I think I was sitting here when I said, how can Gachagua stand up in public and announce that, you see what? Yes, we have this outfit. Yes, what is it called? It's called this company we have now, where we have 2 shareholders. And you see, this was how the president is going to take his shares, and I'm taking my shares, and I'm going to move on and do my thing. And Ayub, Gachagua is a consequence of this damn system of ours which is broken. That when you take power, when you get elected, what do you fight for? You fight to entrench yourself. You make sure that the argument and the narrative you give is that you come out and start telling your people that, you see what, yes, I was getting this power to do what? To make sure that I build you, that I will give you jobs as my community, that make sure that we fact elections. And that's why you hear Gachagua is constantly raising and talking about to President William Ruto, you did not win these elections. We are the ones who made you win. To me, that is the broken system we are calling Kenya political matrix. All right? And most wonderful, Ayub, I'm a Catholic in religion, and in Catholicism, we believe in the emancipation of the spirit. I'm so happy that Gachagua's spirit has been emancipated. He's finally realizing that now the only thing he can do is run to his community and say, whoa, hey, you see they're killing me. I'm your son. I was telling you I was going to bring you the food and the bread. You see they have taken the bread away from my hands and my mouth. I have nothing to offer you now. So please, I'm your son, take care of me. If this system was functional, if we were good leaders, if we were organizing and making sure that this is a system that should be fair, equitable, and reasonable to everybody, where Kenyans are given opportunities to share the national cake, where employment opportunities are publicly put out there and we actually accept meritocracy, where we govern without corruption and these arrangements whereby people are busy sharing the loot. The problem you have, I can tell you the truth, and if Gachagua spoke to me and William did, I would tell them that what they're fighting about is about sharing of the loot. How government contracts, how government tenders, how the Adani group is sharing on their own, and the Gachagua is not involved. So he's saying, I don't know what these people are doing. I don't understand which deal they're doing. It's the loot. You go to all the budgetary appropriations which are there. You see in every government department, Ayub, I can come with that document. Here they put 2 billion, here they put 3, here they put 4, here they put 9. At the end of it is 90 billion shillings or 100 that is being shared. That is the loot people are sharing. Promotions of police officers, promotions of teachers are being done by who's in office. What happens to those people who have nobody in office? This is the governance structure that we've inherited from independence. Mzee Kenyatta fought with Jaramogi. What were they fighting about? It is state resources, the distribution of land after Mau Mau. The war started. What was Moi fighting about with Professor Saitoti? What was he fighting with Kibaki? What was he fighting with the guy who was the chancellor at Nairobi University, Mungai? They are fighting about this. People were saying, please, we can't do it this way. We can't be a people who just go and grab public land, where when you have capacity and power, you go and take.
Yes. Penny. Mr. Penny.
Okay, Mzalendo.
Yes. Now you
Onyonga is all over the map with that one. Why that one here? Nani alisema this is like a company. Where don't you see that? When Obama came from Chicago, he came from all the people who come from Chicago. When George Bush came from Texas, he came from all the Texans. The only thing about nani amezungumza hapo ya ukweli na nzuri ni the corruption in all that. Every step of the way, the corrupt that is in there is wrong. That is very, very evil. Lakini kusema ati ni company ni nini, there is nothing wrong. The people who supported the system are rewarded accordingly. Lakini kuwa corrupted ndio mbaya. And we have to know that in 4 years, we try to develop a democracy. In 4 years, you will go, and the other people will come. Zalendos will come from Mabey, Migori. Who do you hire? You hire the people that you saw yesterday, day before. And unless they are professional state jobs, company political appointments, what I don't know. So there is Onyoka is all over the map on that one. He's mixing apples and oranges and everything else. Lakini ni kweli. The root about
what surprised me, Penny, is that Onyonka is vying for the president.
Wow, I've not heard of that one. Lakini
ama ni ule mama anaitwa Morara.
Ni Morara. That's what I said, it, that he will never want to be an MP, he will never want to be senator or governor. Lakini watu wakimpea kura kwa president atakuwa hiyo. And it will be a calling of the people, and the people will pay for it. Vile wameribia nyumba yake, gari yake, kila kitu. And he is saying a very good point. Anasema the Western democracies.
Nyumba yake pia imeharibiwa.
No, amepewa nyumba ambayo anatengeneza na kasas.
Wakenya walimpatia nyumba. Viewers, unajua si watu wengi wanajua hiyo. Wakenya walimpatia Morara nyumba.
He says in that bedroom house ambayo ango zake walikuwa na rafiki yao ambaye alikuwa diaspora maybe in America or England, alitengeneza hapo kawa sukari ya that bedroom, hapo ndiye amemove, na akasema he's not paying anything other than the gardeners and the security details of the house.
Wow. So this guy, this guy, I think I admire his courage. He represents Kenya moving forward to the future. He is away from the usual politics that we are used to, the politics of William Ruto and Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka. He's bringing something fresh, and if leaders can really unite and support him, I think he can win and become the president. Kalonzo akiweza kusupport Morara, Gachagua support Morara, atoke na support tena ya Western Kenya, nakwambia, and na kuwe na support agency, he'll become the next president. And if he doesn't become the next president,
Mzalendo.
Yes.
He has said so much that he's not depending on those people like Kalonzo or Kenyatta's or Ruto's or Railas. It's depending on the people of the nation. About you saw when you went to the mountain how the border guys were chipping in $5 shillings, 100 shillings, all those who are the people he's addressing to. Because
what does this tell you about leadership in Kenya? What does it tell you when somebody can just emerge from somewhere and people are ready to support him? What does it tell you about the people?
He told me that long time ago, in 2007, when Dida came in and he beat even in Madakarua. People want the genuine down to earth person. You know, I know you remember about the one our leader came along and he was maybe number 4 or 5 with the big boys. Lakini huyu ameanza kitambo and he is addressing what the people want. People want to show us yes, you Kenya. It doesn't mean that you have to have a rocket science to join which is which. People understand who you to equal genuine and are you genuine. And the people will see that. And they have seen that. They will nowadays huwezi kuzungumza yani kama huko kwetu Kisii huwezi kuzungumza maneno ya Raila ambao they really feared wanakuwa wanamuita baba.
Wewe
Wanasema
unasema nini? Watu wa Raila wanasema huko Kisii sasa bado ndio stronghold yao. Wewe unasema nini hapa?
wale ambao ninazungumza nao ambao were telling me that you can run for anything but you have to be in ODM. Siku hizi wanakataa mazee. That's the only people I'm using.
Hiyo chungwa haiwezi uzika huko Kisii.
Hauwezi. I mean, I'm very clear.
Simbarati ndio gavana wa Kisii. Na ni ODM.
I'm telling you, I understand. But I'm telling you from a very narrow perspective. Simbarati came along when Raila was the king of Nyasa and meaning even Kisii. Sasa siku hizi Simbarati they don't even seem as serious as that. Wengi. And it is going to be very hard when you see the Kirabagendis, when you see the Onyokas coming along and saying what they are saying. And when you see Barati in all this, nowhere. So for him to win again in 20...
Unasikia vile Gypsy Kona ananiambia, Mzalendo, where have you been? You know, Gypsy Kona has been on my case lately. Where have you been? We have to help the guy. It's the public. And sometimes his account overflows and we are told to wait for the account to condense.
Yes. About a week ago nilikuwa namtumia wakakataa. About a week ago nilikuwa nataka kumtumia shilingi 10 wakakataa, wakasema imechaa.
What?
You have not said that.
No, I was in a conversation with Morara the other day. For simu, and I was just sharing with him how we can continuing messaging what is advocating for here on Africa. Anytime that he has got some important information, he passes it over. Then we can highlight it in a proper way so that it reaches so many people out there. And
he can come. You can invite him and put an advertisement. Watu wengi sana wataingia huko kwa show yako.
Yeah. I will do that. I will do that. Have his number. We'll do that one of these fine days when he has time. Because he is one of the most sought politicians in Kenya. Everybody wants them in their show. Kila mtu anataka ikuje kwa show yake, kwa show yake. So pia naangalia
what we like about him is not a vibrant politician. Yani anasema yeye ile anasema ndio ukweli. Anasema even me I make mistakes and I'm not perfect. Hiyo ni ukweli. Everybody make mistakes.
You know what Morara said that really touched me. The day he had an accident and then Lynn Ngugi interviewed him. He said there's one thing. Right now, he doesn't care. He knows that he will die. But he doesn't want to think that that accident was planned. And maybe the driver of that vehicle who was evidently drunk, ran away for fear of the police, but not to hide, And he said that there are people who could want to kill him. One is maybe the president. Number two is The contractors.
The contractors.
The contractors.
The contractors that he has exposed.
Yeah, the contractors that he had exposed. Then he said number 3. I forgot number 3. The contractors what I'm exposed. How really I can remember he said them so well. And of course the competitors, the political competitors, while competing in the space. Those are the people who might want him out of the way. And Morara is coming out very, very strongly. Oh, awesome. You don't believe in Morara, but I can tell you this guy is going to be the big name in Kenyan politics in 2027. You watch this space. Kenyans are tired. Kenyans wamechoka. Nowadays, even if you hear somebody talking about, the last time I heard somebody talking passionately about Raila Odinga, ni kitambo sana, or William Ruto, ni kitambo sana. People don't really talk about this. And Kalonzo is really coming up. Even Gachagua, people are now, he's only getting the sympathy votes, but otherwise he's already in the same bandwagon with William Ruto and the rest. So Kenyans are tired. Kenyans are tired of the political shenanigans, and that is why they are donating for this Morara guy. Now, Morara mali amefika, what can possibly happen to him? Do you think he can disappear, or he can be abducted by the government, or he can be bought? Penny, do you think this guy will be bought?
No, not the way he has come out, and some of us know his grandfather. We don't foresee that. His grandfather was marshalling people like Ichung'wah, Sagini, and he penetrated the whole system. Mzee Kenyatta, and this guy is doing exactly the same thing. So he will not. We hope that he does it, because he wants the common person to pay for his presidency. Because that's what the Western countries do. Anasema kama huyu Donald Trump ana mabilioni, lakini he uses the money of the people and everybody else, and that's true. Kwa sababu wale ambao wanakuja na pesa zao kama kina Ruto, they come and they spend their money, and then they want to get themselves paid first, recoup the money they spend, and then they can worry about Muzarendo and me. That's not what we want. We want to give our 20 shillings, 50 shillings, alafu he adds that one to 100 shillings to me. Na hiyo ndio inakuwa vizuri, not the other way around. So
Morara has proved that he is a leader. GT Morara has proved he's a leader. People like in Kasumuel, those are not leaders. They are just young boys. They are not mature
hiyo
enough.
Kasabweli Mzalendo nilisikia akisumusa siku moja, anasema tiarara tibibu na nini. Nikasema huyu ni mtu ya ODM, ni ya mtu ya UDA Azimio.
Kako haipa.
Yeah.
Kako haipa. You know, Kenya pia we have taken some jokes too far. Huyu kijana was all over the media. You know me, I listened to him for some time. I realized, hey, apana, there is something missing. I miss huyu kijana. There is something really I miss. Nikaona hapa kuna kashida kidogo, but I gave him the benefit of doubt that maybe he'll come around some point. Can you hear me, Penny?
Yeah. Yes.
Naona screen yangu ni kama imefreeze kidogo, but yeah, nilijua battery yangu sasa inaisha kidogo, but wacha ni just hang on there. I changed the battery.
Okay.
Yeah, so this guy, I heard him and I was like, okay, huyu kuna shida hapa.
No, you said it good. Yeah, some of us take the jokes too far.
That was a good joke taken too far.
Yeah.
Friday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for a captivating journey into the world of love, relationships, and romance. Presented by the dynamic trio Maggie Knox, MC Jesse, and Annie Oweru, Bed of Roses. Promises to be your weekly dose of heartwarming stories, insightful discussions, and expert advice on matters of the heart. Whether you're single, in a relationship, or simply love a good love story, this is the show for you. Don't miss out on the chance to unwind and indulge in the joys and challenges of love, all brought to you by our talented hosts. Tune into Africa 24 every Friday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Let us guide you through the enchanting world of Bed of Roses. Subscribe now and mark your calendars. You don't want to miss this. See you there.
Yes, Penny, I hope you can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Oh, yeah. But yangu ilikuwa imeisha kidogo, so I had to change it. But definitely, this is a very, very good discussion. You guys, if you're at home there and I would like to join Africa, make sure that I've sent the link out there. Come join the conversation as we are discussing today Gachaguas fate and the situation in our Kenyan politics. If you have not contributed something for Morara, I'm being told here that his account is full. You have to wait for an hour, 2 hours, 10 hours, sometimes even 2 days before you are able to send some money to Morara. So this is a very good gesture for the first time in the Republic of Kenya and in our politics. Kenyans themselves are contributing for a politician to win a big seat like the presidency. This is a plus. This is a good thing for our country. All right, Gypsy, the Bed of Roses will be back very, very soon. So don't worry about it. We are going to relaunch it. It will be much, much better, much, much bigger. And the discussion will be much, much, much informative. So just hang on there. We will be bringing it back shortly. Bado iko kwa jikoni, inatengenezwa. So Penny,
Yes,
so Morara is a fresh breath in our politics.
yes.
How have the Kisi community, where it comes from, accepted?
Huko ushago wengi wamejui sana. Ushago huko reserve kabisa wamejui sana huko. Ni hao ambao tuko social media, kwa computers, kwa internet ndio tunamjua sana. Lakini kwa hiyo yes, time. Yes, about 2-3 years to go. You know, watu wanakuuliza which funeral has he attended?
Oh.
Ajoko Kizi wanasema
Penny, umeniambia kitu ingine, yani you know, this is the discussion we were having with somebody and earlier on. I was telling, you know, the way Kenyans elect their leaders is very, very different. And I began the show that we elect leaders depending on very funny connections that we have with them. He attended my mother's funeral. He has supported me in ABC. He's from my tribe, my clan. Yeah, he's from my party. My party is from we are from the same church. You know, those are the reasons why Kenyan elect leaders. Yeah. Now,
lakini kuna mmoja mzalendo, kuna mmoja ambayo I shared the phone number ya hiyo Joe Morara, nikamwambia I mean it is very, very, very important to some of us ya kwamba hata ile mahali wanaotengeneza mahali ya kunywa maji ile tacho, yani mahali kuna huko mahali ambayo maji inakuja huko kwetu tunaita soko, waja aende mahali kama hiyo atengeneze mahali mzuri, hata he doesn't have to give them money, shake their hands, wanasema huyu ndio Morara, huyu. Lakini baba yake grandfather yake aliitwa watu vijana ambao walizaliwa kama 70 to 75 wote wengi huko Kisii yote wanaitwa Morara. So huyu ndio
wale walizaliwa between 70 to 75 wanaitwa Morara
Kisii yote, the whole of Kisii. Yeah, kwa sababu his father was very very famous na alikuwa anazungumza vile huyu kijana anazungumza, and he was going against the grain kina nani Onyuka were coming up. No, I don't think Onyuka was in this. Onyuka was brought in this league, but kina Sagini ambao walikuwa hapo, kina Nyamweya ambao James Nyamweya ambao walikuwa hapo, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Huyu alikuwa anazungumza, he was just a member of parliament, lakini he was penetrating through them, na alikuwa amejulikana Kisii yote na anapendwa Kisii mzima. Yeah, so let us hope that he does what his grandfather was set out to do, and if God forbid if anything ever happens to him, vile nilikuambia mzalendo kitambo, 2027 he would either be president or an opposition leader vile amesema. He has said it himself, so lakini the way he's registering the young generation about is the majority of the people in Kenya, about from everywhere, from coast to Kisumu, from Maralal to anywhere in the south, watu wanampenda. People like the young person. Na nilikwambia huyu Dida wakati alikuja kitambo, Dida he came, I think it was 2013. Watu walimpenda sana kwa sababu he was saying the best things that people want to hear or are bothering the people at that time. Na watu wanasema if this guy can be this, he will help us with this. So what really impressed me of him is he has put Raila Odinga, Ruto, Gachagua, Kenyatta, all of them in the same boat. Nasema wacha watu wachinje kwa katudanganya. They had time to show us what they can do. What have they done? Nothing. Hiyo ndio watu wanapenda sana vitu yake.
Kijana, he has really impressed me. Morara has really impressed me, and he is very articulate on the stage, so that makes him a good politician. Osam is saying that he will vote between Morara and Gachagua. He'll vote for Gachagua. Now Gachagua is a tribalist, but Gachagua's kind of politics for years. Gachagua hiyo ni a kingdom, chiefdom. Hiyo si a Kenyan, hiyo si a national politics. Gachagua has degenerated to regional politics.
Gachagua ile alileta kwa Ruto ndio he is trying to protect. So also lazima awe mtu ya kwao. So that's the only reason. Lakini ukipata mtu ya kutoka huko Kisumu ama Mombasa ama Rodwa akisema juu ya Gachagua, I will not be the same. What watapigia Morara before they think about the Gachagua?
Now Gypsy Corner on the comment section is saying Mzalendo Morara is our responsibility. He's doing a grand job. He did not come in politics to topple Ruto and his governance, but to expose their faults and educate us on the political health of the country. Wow.
Exactly. Me agree now. You Samsara agree with her because Morara is really saying it like it is, and
on impeachment ya Gachagua, they have reached about 200 MPs. They need they need 260 MPs in order to remove Gachagua from office. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening because Gachagua is not the problem. The problem is the contract, and this is just a diversionary tactic. And remember, if Gachagua is impeached, he cannot run for office anywhere. So why would they want to end this old man's career? that he will not run anywhere. Gachagua maybe akitua nani. I mean, sometimes Kenyans, we are excited over very trivial things. Gachagua is, for me, those are just sideshows. There is nothing that will come from Gachagua's impeachment. Maybe is even part of it. Yeah. So.
And Mzalendo, to see what this Ruto guy is doing to Gachagua is completely evil. Kwa sababu he's the one who went to the Mlima and picked him against the MPs ya Mlima walikuwa wanataka Kindiki. And how can he change all of a sudden? Vile Kenyatta alichange juu yake. And he has changed it exactly. At least Kenyatta gave him 5 years to do. He changed it a year and he even promised. Niliona kwa hii Citizen TV, sijui ni Joe Ageyo ama mwingine alikuwa anamuinterview, he promised that he will never have his assistant being betrayed, betrayed. Na sasa, before even 2 years is expired, he's doing exactly or worse than what Kenyatta did. Na hiyo ni siasa ya kudanganya tu peke yake. That's it. Yeah.
Gypsy Corner, I agree with you. Morara has even been to Tanzania. I remember I was in Tanzania which year? That should be about 10 years ago. I was in Arusha. And we had this argument with the people of Tanzania about the economic situation in Tanzania compared to Kenya. Then they were telling me of Magufuli's initiatives and what is planning for the people of Tanzania. And they told me that by the time Magufuli is done with the Tanzania, watakuwa mbele yetu. And sure, if Magufuli had remained alive to date, Tanzania would be way ahead of Kenya economically and development-wise. Wangekuwa mbele. This country is being looted awesome. We need to say the right things. I agree with you whether they want to impeach Gachagua or not, that is inconsequential. The main issue right now is that there's a lot of looting going on in Kenya. Some of it we can stop. We can stop them because one, the minority and the government are now looting together. There is no way you can. That force is just too much. That side is kubwa. We need a Morara who is pointing out things like the way they are to tell the general masses that this is what is happening in this government. So come 2027, we can make the right choices as the people of Kenya. We know what is happening. So Gachagua himself, Penny, here's a question for you. I don't know.
Okay.
Gachagua himself is evil. Ben, how could he support a coup against the government? Do you guys remember when he kept making press addresses after the president, thinking the coup could succeed? No, I have said it before, awesome, that whatever Gachagua was doing, like holding the press conference after the president had spoken, that was absolutely wrong. That was unethical. That was not That is not accepted. So, but saying that Gachagua sponsored the Gen Z movement, that was even that one is not. If there were people who were sponsoring the Gen Z movement, we saw them. We saw the people who were giving them money, and we saw the people who were also countering the movement of Gen Zs, both from both sides. There were those who were giving out money for Gen Zs to be for them to be disrupted during their peaceful demonstration, and those were from the government side. Maybe the ones who burnt down parliament are actually people from the government side. So hii ni mchezo tu ya serikali. Guys, I think I've lost Penny. Oh, he's back. Penny, do you agree that Gachagua wanted to topple Ruto's government?
No, I don't agree with that at all, because Gachagua doesn't have a chance to do any of that. Ruto has arranged that government where the Karenjins are number one or number two, and those are the people who has power and talk to him directly. So how can you be stupid enough to contemplate even overthrowing a system like that?
The fact that he supported the Gen Z movement openly, that makes him a traitor of the government. He belongs to prison. They are paying for his neck.
My friend, even the government says the GNC is doing good. You saw what Muhammad was saying when he called on the Sheriff Koinang. Even Ruto says that.
Even the Ruto says that it was a good thing.
Yeah. So how is it? How you go hang him on that and don't hang Ruto?
Yeah, you need to hang both of them also. If you're hanging Gachagua, then Ruto should also be next on line, because wote wako na makosa. And the reason why there was that agitation is because of the government of William Ruto and one Gachagua. And Ruto said that those young people are doing a fine thing to come out strongly and defend what belongs to them. It was a good thing. So I don't know when it changed to be a bad thing. It was a good thing.
And it's stupid enough because
by the way, this country is running without a finance bill. Do we really need a finance bill? Akwambia hii yetu ya Kenya inanifurahishaga. It was there a supplementary budget. How is the country running?
The people, the people he said were throwing him, like the Ford Foundation. Jana alikuwa the head of the Ford Foundation. So how can you trust this guy for anything?
Yeah. Na Ford Foundation ndio iko na pesa. Hapo yeye pia alikuwa anataka pesa.
Yeah.
So hii mambo hii shenanigans za between William Ruto and Gachagua, hizi ni mchezo tu. Wacha tuone kesho how many people are going to sign kutoa Deputy President. I understand that they are now 280. Wacha tuone kama that bill will go through, but I'm sure William Ruto will intervene and say hapana. We have got more important pressing issues to deal with. The issue of Gachagua is not very, very pressing. So now, that is exactly what he'll do. And that will be a very popular statement in Central. So the next week he'll be touring Central with Gachagua. And just hapa mtakuwa mkisema nini? Next week atatua Central ama next month atatua Central na Gachagua on the rooftop. Yeah. Me, my problem with Kenyan politicians has always been one. Mbona hii obsession na kanisa? What is really happening? Awesome. What is happening with your people? Obsession na kanisa. Every time kuna function lazima ikuwe ni kwa kanisa. I'm seeing Gachagua nikimuona every day namuona tu kwa church. Every day. Ruto the same, nikimuona namuona kwa church. There's no time naona ati wameenda kufungua new industry in Kenya that is going to help so many people. They are always in church, as if the church is an industry. Hizi kanisa zote Morara akiingia lazima zisimamishe. They need to account for the money.
Unajua mzalendo, lazima ujue these people came up through the judge system, so they are really paying with what they came in with. They came in with the church. Huyu mzee Moi huku muona akienda makanisa sana, ngawaja alikuwa anaenda. Mzee Kenyatta alikuwa ameanza ile kanisa ya kwa wanahitaji ile kanisa ya traditional Kikuyu church. Iko na other MP siku hizi. Hiyo ni ya mzee Kenyatta ndio alianza. Hmm?
Mm.
The
No,
traditional
kila
Kikuyu,
the traditional Kikuyu church hii ya nini? Hii wanavaa ngozi namna hii.
na viremba.
Wakorino.
Ile mzee Wakorino, ile that is what mzee Kenyatta promoted a lot. Sio makanisa ingine. But these guys, but these guys vile umesema, na huku na Kibaki akienda vitu kama hiyo.
Kibaki by the way, Kibaki hakuenda vitu kama hizo. And he had a very good legacy.
Lakini huyu
watu wanaendaga church kila siku na
yeah, they know that the church is the most corruptible institution in Kenya.
Bibi ni wa kanisa, bibi ya Gachagua ni akona kanisa yake, kwanza ni bishop. Haya.
Yeah.
Ruto pia ndio hivyo. Yeye ni
hata maji anajeshi maji
kuna maombi ikulu.
Yeah. So they came up with these institutions and these institutions supported them and that's what they are. Wote waendelee na hizo hatujali, lakini vile wamesema na vile watu wengi wamesema wa Kenya ni kusema huyu Morara, even if you there's nothing wrong with being a church member, but don't let it run your system completely. Right, church prepares you to go to heaven.
Penny, wacha tuongee hii mambo ya siasa yetu hapa kidogo, hii ya Marekani. Unaonaje vitu vinaenda namna gani?
Ile kijana yako I teased him and he raised him my money from 50 to 100. Ile kijana yako I teased him and he changed the money from 50 to 100.
So now the bet stands at 100.
Yeah, sasa mimi nataka kumshwaga iwe 200. My friend, there is no way. This guy is up America. Huyu mzee ni mzee na I mean, there is everything wrong with the system yake. Unaona? We were here when huyu mzee nani Reagan alikuwa president. Lakini huyu Reagan hakuwa anafanya vitu kama huyu anafanya. Reagan was a movie actor and he said the points alikuwa anaandikiwa, anasema hiyo na anaacha. Huyu this guys go everywhere. Ni mtu kama huko Lizagu unasema kitu mbaya, he will try to look for everything to answer you the question. Even if you set him up.
Unajua mimi niko huku VA na VA kwa predominantly yao ma Republicans, but Kamala is really leading here by 3 points. Kamala, what about, but you see now today again kuna kitu sasa inanipatia wasiwasi. This guy is catching up.
No, Bali yuko is where he is. It would never.
No, places like Pennsylvania is dead. It's dead heat. They're tied, you know.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Hapo Virginia ni askari wengi ambao the military nini. They are mostly conservatives. Sasa
no, wewe unasikia Virginia conservatives na hapa Republican Democrats ndio wana lead.
Yeah,
for the first time hao ndio wana lead hapa Virginia.
Yeah.
Now in Nevada, North Carolina sijui itakuwa namna gani, but North Carolina
alikuwa na lead, lakini huyu mtu wa North Carolina huyu deputy governor bara anauliza ugavana amemwalipia.
alikuwa kwa pornographic site bwana, hii America bwana.
Wewe anasema yeye is a black Hitler.
Black Hitler. Imagine.
So anamwalipia. There is no way. Unajua, the American election is decided by the people who are independent, not the Democrats or the Republicans. Sasa watu ambao wako independent, they are breaking off to Kamala Harris. That those are the deciding factor. Yeah, everywhere in America.
Angalia huyu wazimu pia ananiambia ati Trump boss all the way. Mzalendo, you'll be surprised. Wewe weka pesa, tutaki mambo ingine. Hapa ni
Yeah,
pesa ndio tunaongea juu yake. You put your
yeah,
bet, you put
yeah.
your bet, put your bet na tunaandikishana, put your bet kama ni $100 unapewa huyu mtu wako atashinda, ama ni 50 unaweka gypsy corner. Weka pesa yetu kupiga piga mdomo hapa.
Put your money where your mouth is, or you put your mouth where your money is. That's it.
Yeah, so nyinyi watu wa Trump wekeni pesa, but you see now today I was speaking to one of my colleagues who is a 75-year-old black guy, and his father was white. Ananiambia mzalendo, what you don't know about this country ni moja. When we were growing up, we used to go and collect the potatoes. You know the potatoes in the potato field? We used to collect the potatoes for the white man, and they would come with this tractor behind us, and we would collect every other thing. Now, the issue of the immigration and the immigrant, that job, we are now educated. We can't do that work anymore. We have left it for the immigrant. For us, we can't do that work. We need better jobs. You don't expect my son to go and collect potatoes in the field. So that is the job that these Mexicans are doing. They're working in the farms, collecting fruits and all that. So hiyo ndio aliniambia au walishatoka huko. Ile kitu wamebaki nayo ni wafanye watoto wao wamesoma. They need to get better jobs, you know. And it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. He told me, you don't understand why these people are coming from the border. If they don't come, these farms will not be harvested.
Thank you. And they are very proud. They do it with a smile on their face. Unaona?
Imagine, yeah, they do.
Mahali yote ambao like they kill chicken in Arkansas, all the chicken all the farming, all the animal factories ni wao wanafanya peke yao.
Na imagine ati sasa waambie warudi kwao. Hii America, hiyo economy will collapse bana.
Hiyo ndio mimi nacheka mzalendo, kwa sababu Trump himself was saying we need immigrants. Yes, about 2 days ago. And change. Kwa sababu his buddies who are very rich through them, I've advised him, you cannot try to kick these people out.
You know the funny thing, the funny thing now, by now, the visa lottery has not been rolled out. Yeah, this year. You know that visa lottery that normally happens in October, in November, October. Ijakuwa rolled out. Jaona advertisement, but by now inakuwaga imeshatoka. They're waiting for elections to At if Trump will make America great to where? Trump,
No, he's just joking. 2020 2020 alinisaidia nikapata kama 1100 kutoka wazungu, $100 each, wote wakanilipa. Say you African don't understand anything about American politics. Nawaambia put your money away at the Trump atashinda, hawezi kushinda. And don't even worry about what the black people say. What about what the white people are saying themselves? Ukiangalia YouTube, 100% ya white people wanasema huyu mtu ni takataka, ni mshenzi, ajui vile anasema, kichwa yake mbaya. All of they are the white people, not even the black people.
There is just something that Trump has that hao watu wanafurahiaga sana.
Yeah.
They look
Lakini
at
niyeje,
they look
is
at him
not
like
like
one
he
of them.
said. Like he said, he's not a politician, and he has really proved that he's not a politician. He's a racist. He has proved he's a racist. So all these things that he is proving are the things that will never make him win the election in this country.
But we also managed to do that Kamala can defeat Trump. How and Kamala has been hyped by the mainstream media. Both he hype iko kila mahali. Even Donald Trump is being hyped by Fox News. You see, the hype is everywhere. It depends on which media you are watching. If you go and watch Fox News, then you'll get how Trump is being hyped. Kuna ingine inaitwa Max. You go watch Max, yani utajua tu Trump anashinda election kesho. Ameshinda. So
Na waja huyu ajue kwamba
they are conservative.
10 years ago there was a gentleman they used to call Brady ya George Bush. Alikuwa anaitwa Karl Rove. Umesikia huyu Karl Rove? Umesikia mtu anaitwa Karl Rove?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, he's the one who made George Bush the president, George Bush Jr. huyu mdogo. Na walikuwa wanamuita, he had a nickname, George Bush's brains. Huyu, when Kamala was running for attorney general in California, he sponsored the guy that was going to beat Kamala Harris. I said, but this is, and he nicknamed that. He said, this is a black Obama. 10 years ago. And we are looking at the same story 10 years later. This lady is taking the president. Abia huyu nani Osama anasema, sijui ni Osama alikuwa anasema, waambia kwamba huyu, this is the lady is speaking what tunasema.
Hiyo bet imeingia. Finally Gypsy Kona ameamua 100 pounds imeshawekwa. Hata mimi $110 nimeweka. $110. $110 nimekuwekea. If you lose,
unajua mimi huko bali tulikuwa kwa Bernard
flying corner, I'm telling you. Itakuwa hapa kwa screen na nitakutangaza the whole week.
Huyu anasema pounds anakaa England, anaangalia kutoka huko na sisi huko hapa tunaana, we are on the ground. Tunaangalia on the feet kama hapa Texas, huyu Daniel anashindwa, the senator is going to be defeated.
Kama Texas ni kwao, lakini anaitwa Ted Cruz anashindwa.
We have never seen anything like this for many years, about 20 years. About Republican Democrats walikuwa wanashinda.
Ni right hand man wa Trump kabisa.
Yeah.
But so wapatia hao jamaa hongera bwana. This democracy it's real democracy.
Exactly. Mtu anatoka anywhere. Wacha nikuambie mzalendo, when Dania alikuja, sio hata Obama, when Clinton alikuja, the Democrats were devastated. Walikuwa wanataka hiyo Mario Cuomo, baba ya hii vijana Cuomo, the Cuomo boys, awe president, akakataa. Walikuwa wanataka huyu Edward Kennedy awe president, akakataa. Huyu senator ya Illinois mpaka sasa akakataa. All of them were like, George Bush was like 91% after he kicked the Iraq from Kuwait. So, and he was doing everything right. Sasa huyu kijana nani huyu Clinton, they won the first debate. Alikuwa na Ross Perot kwa Dallas, about he's a billionaire in Dallas. Akarudisha Clinton, what are you going to, how are you going to run this country? The only industry you have in Arkansas is chicken. Watu wakacheka. But Clinton hung in there. So the next debate, huyu nani Ross Perot didn't make it. Nani make it ni Clinton na Bush. Maze. Huyu nani Bush akaanza kuangalia saa. What really nailed him in is they asked him the price of bread. Akujua. Na huyu Clinton akatoka kwa podium sasa akaenda kuzungumza na watu. And that guy never looked back. He cried sio mchezo. Huyu ambaye iko president right now, Daddy Biden, was ahead in 1986. He was ahead by far. But he copied a speech from Neil Kinnock in England. And that speech itself, when they checked it, wakapata ni ya Neil Kinnock alipatia. He lost the election in 1986. Back Obama akaja kurescue. He was ahead by far. You know. So we have watched this politics for a long time. That tunaangalia vile inaenda. And this guy, Trump, is too late. He will not change anything. You know, vile anazungumza, he is now addressing empty stadiums. Alikuwa anajichaza sana. That the only way he was beating everybody ni kuwatuzi. Kuambia maneno mbaya. Siku hizi anasema Comrade Kamala Harris pure. Watu wasikizi hiyo. Wanasikia vile nani anasema. Today, not even yesterday or today, they lowered the interest rates to spur up the economy even higher. This is the economy ambayo yani inakuwa 100% unemployment imeenda chini kabisa for many, many years. Now Republicans never wanted the power to cut the interest rate. Now they cut. Because the economy runs different from the Democrats. I mean, from the politics of the day. Yeah. So these guys are doing everything right.
I'm telling you, this lady called Jasmine Crockett from Texas. Oh my God.
Akanika bananas too. Akanika bananas too. Bali tuko.
Ule hata sijui alitoka wapi.
Nikasiana kadogo kama Texas kalikuwa na
kadogo. You know, Kenyan ladies need to watch some of these things. I wanted to download one of our clips. Hapo muone mama anaongea. Jasmine Crockett nikasiana kadogo bana. How did you know that say?
Kuna mama mwingine aliaja aliresign akaenda akaresign anaitwa Everybody Johnson. Alafu she endorsed her. She endorsed that young lady. She was then a state representative. Everybody's Johnson alimuendorse. That she has never looked back. She's a co-chairman sasa ya nani ya hiyo kitu ya Kamala Harris. Kana kazi hapo. Kanazungumza ule mama ngine alikuwa anazungumza mbaya juu yake, kakamtusu mbaya sana.
Here today on Capitol Hill, always something. And my Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, she had a little time today.
This hearing is actually the best example of what waste, fraud, and abuse looks like, because the only reason we're having this hearing is because somebody got their feelings hurt in a debate. And I don't understand why we're wasting taxpayer dollars. Next time, tell your big boy to show up and be ready to handle the woman in the room who hopefully will become the next president of the United States. Nevertheless, while we do have two amazing authors from Project 2025, which it seems like everybody got the memo, like, yes, I'm going to double down and say it's my thing, but I'm going to make sure I also say that it ain't our homeboys thing, because we know that it doesn't poll very well with the American people, because the American people are woke enough to recognize that there is nothing good in it for them. So with that being said, Ms. Perryman, I'm just curious, and this is yes or no. Is Trump's name ever mentioned in Project 2025? Yes or no? Just yes or no. I got you.
Within the document itself,
yes.
There are a number of references to the former administration.
So is Trump's name mentioned just one time?
I believe it's mentioned more.
Okay. 5 times.
I haven't counted.
Oh, okay. Well, if I told you that his name is mentioned approximately 312 times, would you have any reason to dispute that?
I don't have any reason.
Okay, thank you very much. So it's interesting that we want to try to pretend. We're not going to pretend in here. We're going to work with facts and not fiction. So I also want to talk about inflation really quickly with you.
Well, I thought to hear with yeah.
Nika lawyer.
Our lady is tough. I was looking at what she said today. Today is when she shut somebody down. Baka nikaonea huyo jamaa huruma bwana.
Yeah.
Anamwambia bwana, next time look for a candidate who is intelligent. You can't bring. Oh my God! Oh my God! You know, oh, it is tough. It's very, very tough. Wow.
Hiyo ndio tunataka.
Hivyo ndio vitu tunataka. Hiyo ndio vitu tunataka in Kenyan politics. You know, you see this lady, the way she talks, man. Oh, she's from another world. Penny lowering, okay, able to see Penny lowering the interest rate to 40 a day to an election is a political, just give a support for failing democracy. Yeah, if you are in power, you do what you can do so that you can get that seat. Lowering the interest rate is one of them. If the price of gas comes down, so be it. So be it. Anyway, Penny, I think I need to end up this show today. We have done 2 hours, just as I promised everyone. Maybe give us your last word. Last word, Penny Nyagaka.
Yangu ni kusema mzalendo, I agree with what you are saying. Just give us the time. Now, do the best you could to get you Kabaso. When any international show about the diaspora, I would want him really to come to your show because
I really want to come so that we can have that.
Yeah. Well, advertise 2-3 days. Now, watu wengi watakuja, and you handle it very mature, and that's exactly what we want. Ukiwa na hii kama huyu Joyceman Crockett, ukiwa na show kama hizo, you are elevating us to a higher level of understanding, not to a lower level of understanding of the issues of the day. Na hiyo ukiendelea namna hiyo, we will really appreciate it. Na unajua, you know, some of us respect you and think highly of you, and do the best you could to make sure that we get there. But huyu Kebaso amekuja, and some of us had political ambitions that we never reacted to it. But the way he's coming now, we really have to act on it, because it is not what you can give the people, is what ideas you can give them, not the money. Hiyo ndio, I mean, ukienda kwetu kushago huko Kisii kwa any holiday wakati ya politics, watu vikundi wanakaa wanaongojea pesa. And Kebaso is saying the opposite. Kama uza kuku yako ulipatie pesa, then when I go there I can give you 4-5 chicken, not the other way around. Na hiyo waje niseme ya kwamba thank you very much mzalendo. We will support you and we will emphasize that uleta huyu Kebaso. Watu wanamtafuta on international shows. Na yako ikiwa ya kwanza, it will make a big impact and meaning to most of us. Thank you very much mzalendo. Kaa mzuri.
Asante sana. Thank you guys. Thank you for the support that you've been giving Africa 24. We appreciate you, Penny. We appreciate you so much. For me, it is just to look at how we can improve the programming in Africa to make it more interactive and to cover show in the best ways that people back at home can learn 1 or 2 things about our country. And again, we also want to integrate it with other international shows so that we can have a more informative, educative platform. Not a platform where we are talking for many, many hours, but you don't come up with substance. We want very informative discussions. We will be inviting guests once in a while so that we can have a very, very good show. Otherwise, guys, thank you very much for staying tuned in Africa. Awesome and his team down there, Gypsy Corner, Alex, who was here much earlier, and the people who have been watching us on X. Thank you, Asante Sana. Next time, make sure that you come and subscribe on Africa so that we can also be given a chance. Here's a place where you socialize, you network, you meet people like Penny Nyagaka, who will give you a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge that they have accrued in for so many years. So here, information is free, knowledge is acquired here, and we don't charge you a single dime. All we ask is for your subscription. Subscribe to Afrique, tell your friend about Afrique. Make sure that we reach each and every corner of the Republic of Kenya and Africa so that our shows can be more powerful, more informative, and of course, giving civic education to our people. Until tomorrow, adios, kwaherini sana na tuonane kesho.